Welcome to the first of our sequence of Level 2 cutting videos for SalonStudies. In searching for suitable material, I would like to give a special thanks to Tony and Guy for this particular video that was posted to YouTube over a year ago. This particular cutting session is the first of 4 for the basic cuts that are covered in the Level 2 course. It is also a natural starting point for anybody learning hairdressing or learning to cut without any prior experience at all. We see our stylist starting at the back of this particular model. He has created a division vertically down the centre of the back of the hair, and this is so that he can manage the length and the distribution of the weight far easier. Now going to take a first section from the occipital, which is centrally at the back, down diagonally to behind the ear, creating a neat clean line which is highlighted here. This is mirrored exactly the same way on the other side. We now have a division within the hair where both sides are equal and the same, and the hair that's not being worked with is kept out of the way. This can be clipped, or in this particular case it's been twisted so that it keeps it forward in front of the shoulders. Here we see the stylist using the comb as a sort of spirit level. It helps give an idea and extends the line that he is cutting so that he can see where he has to cut quite clearly beneath. Notice how he's making sure that all the hair is smooth and neat. Before checking it by pulling either side in towards the centre. It's an important part of checking the accuracy. Now moving on, we see the stylist move towards the next section, taking the hair down and moving up to the next part below the crown. Going back to the top, we can see that he's taken another section and making sure that the hair is smooth. He's going down to the same point that he cut earlier. He's finding a guideline and cutting all that hair to the same point. Notice that with this one length haircut, all the hair is cut to one length beyond and behind the shoulder. A section that starts at one hairline and then moves around the head under the crown and then through to the other side is called a horseshoe section, and here we see one. Again, all the hair that's not being worked with is fastened and secured out of the way. It's quite easy to get lost within the hairstyle, particularly if there's a lot of hair or it's an all one length haircut. And we see the stylist moving the hair so that he only has to work with areas that he can control at any one time. We can clearly see the guideline, and we can see the angle of the haircut where the scissors are parallel with the comb. This is important for maintaining the accuracy within the haircut. If any section that's taken down is cut shorter than the one that was previously cut, the haircut will be wrong. Notice how he combs the hair until he gets to the line, and then he controls the hair with the comb before he cuts with the scissors. This is one of the few styles that's actually cut by holding with a comb and not with the fingers. This cutting with natural fall gives a much cleaner line. This methodical process of cutting has led us up to the parting, and we're now taking the final sections down. Again, the stylist is making sure that the hair is smooth and that the hair is held below the comb before he cuts it. You notice that if he's unhappy with the way that the hair falls, he'll recomb it. He won't actually cut until he's ready. Then a final check for the balance by taking hair from the same point on either side of the head in towards the centre at the back to make sure that they both meet at the same length. If they are the same length, they will meet directly below the centre of the crown. If they pull to one side, then one side is longer than the other. Notice how this is done in different points to make sure that all the hair is the same length. And that's the cut finished. With the cutting finished, it only leaves us with drying to get the final effect. I won't say too much about the blow drying part of it because that's another video within our courses. But needless to say, the stylist is using a paddle brush and he uses it in the direction of the heat, making sure that the hair is brushed and dried from roots to points. The hair is held with tension and not too much heat. You will notice that professionals always dry hair this way, making sure that the cuticles, which have their free ends pointing towards the ends of the hair, always remain flat and not blown upwards, making them tangle and also knot together. This keeps the hair smooth and puts a shine on the hair too. The finished effect. This leaves us with a recap. What have we learnt from this video? We've looked and learned about partings and sections, how to keep hair smooth and how to take a diagonal section forwards, about horseshoe sections, about how to work with distribution and natural fall. And we see that the hair is over-directed back to keep the hair all one length. We've also learned that the hair has to be held with a comb so that it can be cut neatly and accurately. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.